This is the Investor Connect podcast program. I'm Hall T. Martin. I'm the host of this show in which we interview angel investors, venture capital, family offices, private equity, and many other investors for early stage and growth companies. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall Martin with Investor Connect. Today we're here with Isidoros Sideridis, CEO and co-founder of Pobuca. Pobuca offers a go-to-market platform for brands and retailers that helps them boost their customer experiences. With Pobuca, you can engage your customers and empower your people in sales, marketing, and customer service. Isidoros, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Hal. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. So tell us more about your background before co-founding Pobuca. What did you do before this?
Yeah, actually, we started our business while being students back in 2000. We were 4 co-founders studying at the Technical University in Greece, and we loved IT, and we decided to start a company, just that, and conquer the world, dreams without actually having a business plan. Back then, in 2000, everything was web-related, and however, it turned out that CRM field was our expertise. We started winning projects in Greece, mostly in the CRM. So to answer directly your question, I have only worked for Pobuca and actually Ziben, which was our formerly name until 2016. For 16 years, we had been leaders with CRM in Greece. And in 2016, we took the leap to pivot our business model in order to scale globally. We moved our headquarters in London. And by investing $8 million, we became a software as a service company specialized in customer experience. And we do have our own software now, the Pobuca platform.
And so what led you to start working in this space?
We decided so because of our expertise in customer experience technology and CRM. And the fact that it was quite easy for us to package our experience in software, intellectual property. Moreover, CRM is the biggest software market, and there is lots of room to leverage AI, which is our technology expertise.
And so what's your advice for people investing in this sector? What do you tell them to do before they write that check?
Yeah. So I think that it's quite easy to monetize our value as entrepreneurs and companies with actual sales. My advice to potential investors is to invest to companies that are bootstrapped, that have already gained some customers and want to raise money to improve their product and further go to market. Actually, the CRM and the customer experience market is so big that you can have traction without raising money, unless you are developing in deep tech.
Oh, great. So let's talk about the investing in this sector. How do you see this industry evolving? Where do you see it going?
It's evolving fast, and it's mostly driven by the Omnichannel customer experience that is a very, very hot topic because of the pandemic. So I would say that technologies that are driven by AI and have to do with the omnichannel experience that the consumer is expecting, and this was accelerated by the pandemic, is the hottest, let's say, CRM and CX topic right now.
And so what is the growth rate of the sector with omnichannel and so forth driving it?
Yeah. So customer experience is not only a huge market, but also a very fast growing market with 20% year-over-year growth. In fact, the whole CRM ecosystem, and customer experience is a part of it, is the biggest and at the same time the fastest growing software market globally. This has happened only once before in the 90s with ERP systems, and now it's happening with CRM and customer experience to be at the same time the biggest and the fastest growing software market.
And so how many companies are engaged in this process?
Yeah, so the broader competition is big. There are more than 300 companies globally that specialize in customer experience. However, if we want to narrow down direct competitors to Pobuca, companies that specialize in brands and retailers, customer loyalty and engagement, then they are around 100.
Very good. And so what are the challenges in operating in this space?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is that 73% of all consumers demand better and personalized experiences. And this is quite hard in the case of brands and retailers that have big numbers of anonymous consumers. The only way for them, for brands and retailers, to achieve it is by using technology and AI in particular that will help them identify their customers. The challenge is to use new technology with a purpose to make the overall experience more human and without creating frustrations for customers and through empowering employees to bring out their best. So we have to use technology in a way that it seems to be more human, not for technology per se.
But what's the challenge in moving to omni-channel? When someone says, I need to move into omni-channel, what exactly do they have to do to make that work?
Yeah, so actually, there are two things that they have to do. The first thing is that they have to build the proper touch points, physical or digital touch points, in order for their customers to interact with their brand or the retailer. So the first thing is to build the proper touch points. And the second thing is to have a back office, a back-end platform for their employees to serve those customers. Imagine now that a typical customer service of a retailer receives around 2,000, 3,000 messages per day, and they have 5 or 6 channels like emails, chat, phone calls, social media, all these kind of things. So they need to have a platform like Pobuca to integrate all these different touch points to one funnel, and with the help of AI to empower the customer service agents to offer proper customer service and experience towards their customers.
And so, how does Pobuca fit into this landscape for customer experiences?
Yeah. So with the Pobuca platform, we engage your customers and empower your people to offer better experiences. In Pobuca, we aspire to create the next global leader that will disrupt customer experience for brands and retailers. We believe that customers generate revenue. However, employees are the ones to drive the overall experience. We also believe that technology isn't the final solution, rather than an enabler. Companies won't be able to solve the customer experience problems with technology alone. It's just the means to make it happen. The focus is on experience to realign priorities accordingly. Great employee tools and experience to bring stronger, smarter, more innovative ideas, which will drive future business and superb customer experience. Along this line, Pobuca platform offers two groups of solutions: those that engage customers and help our clients to increase their revenues with campaigns, orders, loyalty systems, digital touchpoints for customer service, and solutions that empower their people in sales, marketing, and customer service with the proper business tools to increase their productivity and offer better experiences. So, if I wanted to summarize, our USP is that we provide a turnkey customer experience offering that also includes state-of-the-art AI-based software. We offer design consulting, AI software and technical implementation, after-sales support, and marketing managed services that we can unlock through this real business value. So, yeah, this is where we stand.
So, who is your ideal customer? What size company benefits the most from it?
In Europe, I would say enterprise customers, but in the US, it's mid-market, actually. Companies that have 2,000 to 3,000 employees, brands and retailers with 2,000 to 3,000 employees.
Good. And what's the next step for you guys with this solution? Where do you plan to take it?
Yeah, so our plan is to embed more and more AI technology and make it possible. I mean, for customer experience, although we already have AI-assisted software, let's say, and the customer service agents or the marketing people are helped by AI, still they have to do some boring and repetitive tasks. I mean, they have to send campaigns or they have to segment customers and target the right messages. I strongly believe that in the next years, in the years to come, within the next 5 to 10 years, all these boring tasks will be, the boring repetitive tasks will be replaced by AI. And let me give you an example. For instance, let's say that you have a supermarket and Thanksgiving is coming. AI will suggest a campaign about turkey, and the Omnichannel campaign way to communicate it through to the customers. Is it going to be through a text message, email, WhatsApp message, social media, whatever. And the only thing that the human will have to do is to put the creativity part, the right message, how we are going to communicate, how we are going to communicate our brand and our offering. And all the execution is going to be done by AI software. So this is where we do all the R&D investments in Pobuca in order to, we try to automate all the boring tasks and leave the creativity for humans.
Great. Well, that's great. Well, in the last few minutes that we have here, what else should we cover that we haven't?
Yeah, so I think that it's clear that customer experience is evolving into a dominant competitive advantage. 90% of companies expected in the coming years to try to differentiate on this basis. The pandemic was a huge accelerator towards this trend. So a glorious field ahead for the dominance in the market for those retail and consumer products companies that will better catch the pulse and the post-COVID era and use artificial intelligence to offer the personalized experience that the customers seek across every available channel and sales path. This is a core message. This is what I want to communicate to all the consumer brands and retailers out there, that to make them understand that customer experience is a dominant topic. It's not a luxury anymore.
Great. Well, how best for listeners to get back in touch with you?
So they may connect with me through my blog at pobuca.com/Isidoros, and they will find a link to my LinkedIn page there. And I urge them to connect with me and discuss more about technology and CRM and customer experience.
Well, that's great. We'll put that in the show notes. I want to thank you for joining us today and hope to have you back for a follow-up soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Han.
Investor Connect helps investors interested in startup funding. In this podcast series, experienced investors share their experience and advice. You can learn more at investorconnect.org. Paul T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for the basis of investment decisions.